These beautiful things that I've got. So is anyone listening who has faked their own death? Jane is on the line. Hello, Jane. If that's your real name.
Hi, Jane.
Hello, Jane.
Jane
Doe.
So you know somebody that faked their own death?
Or you did it.
Yes. No, I know somebody.
Okay. What's the scoop? Why'd they do it and how'd they do it?
So we don't know why. She had a drug problem, but so one day there's just this post on MySpace, right? And this is somebody that I knew, that I grew up with, whatever. And she on that post was like, I'm going to say her name because obviously nobody here knows her because it's from my hometown. It's from my hometown.
Don't say her last name. Just say her first name.
Sylvia.
Okay.
Sylvia.
And the post just said Sylvia has died and she donated her body to science, right?
Okay.
My.
And so we're like, wait, what the heck? So we're all trying to figure out what's going on. And another friend of mine is like, you know what? I'm going to go to her house. And she lived like about 45 minutes away.
Okay.
And she goes over to that girl's house after all day long. Everybody's like, what in the world is going on? She's sitting outside smoking a cigarette.
Why'd she post that to social media to tell people she died? She wanted some attention?
Because all the time.
But then people showed up and be like, oh my God, you're not dead?
And they're happy to see her. And they say nice things about her, and she feels good.
No. After that, she did a whole thing about how she needed an EEG and stuff like that. And she posted pictures about her getting an EEG, things like that. Years later, she died of an overdose, and that's really sad. But, she had done that, and it was a clear cry for help. So,
Man.
It's like people that think they have cancer to get attention.
Which I
That's
think
pretty
is the
awful.
most epic
And then to make money, too.
sin. That is crazy.
Yeah.
So if you fake something like that.
this is somebody whose mother was, unalived in front of her and had a lot of problems throughout
Did you
her
say
life.
unalive in front of her? Unalive?
Yeah, unalive. I don't, because,
Oh, got it.
Yeah,
I got
unalive.
it. I got it.
Yeah.
In front of her. Okay, I hear you.
Yeah.
Okay, so obviously she had a lot of mental stuff going on because of what she was exposed to, and the drugs obviously didn't help. So she faked her own death on MySpace to get the attention, and then years later she actually did die. Did she actually donate her body to science is the question, because that's what she posted on.
No.
Was everybody going, I'm not falling for this again?
Yeah, no. This time she was living back in our hometown.
Yeah.
And there was an actual funeral. And by this time, her children were already grown and stuff like that. This was like a few years ago.
Got it. Wow, that's really something
but that
else.
was way back in the MySpace days, like 15 years ago.
Oh, wow.
That's funny when you hear the word MySpace. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, that's
Now MySpace is
That
dead.
happened.
Yeah, Tom.
Does it still exist?
Is Tom
Yeah.
even around anymore? What happened to that guy? He's rich, right?
He was everybody's first
MySpace.
friend, right?
Yeah, but I remember when I first got on MySpace, I go, who the hell is this weirdo pervert
It's still around.
trying to get...
Yeah, I just looked it up. Yeah,
still there.
Anybody still using it?
still there.
Yeah, what's this for? It looks like a lot of music.
Yeah, it's all music.
So what, you just download songs and look at videos and stuff there?
Looks
Articles
like,
and stuff on musicians.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that check the box for anyone faked their own death.
What's a blanket statement? Because that was the other bit we did after that. Is
the
there one
blanket
that you
statement
guys
that
have?
was in the examples was, I don't trust you because you don't drink. I believe that was Special Case.
Yes.
But I think it was. And it's not people that have drinking problems. It's just anybody that.
No, just in general, if outside of somebody having an issue with alcohol where they cannot have it, if you're just like, let's just have a toast to your engagement. Here's some champagne. I don't drink. And there's no reason behind it. Kevin's like, I don't trust you.
I think I remember my blanket statement from 10 years
I
ago.
don't think what they were.
I remember it was
Well, you would still have it. That's why we would know it. Because
I remember the blanket statement. It said, "If you're a male and you dance and your elbows go above your nipples, you're probably gay."
You're homophobic. Frankly. Yeah, exactly. That's homophobic.
That's not homophobic. Straight men
That's
don't dance that way.
That's 100%
That's not
homophobic.
true.
That's
Straight
not
men can
homophobic.
100% dance like that if they want to,
I've
and you
never
should not
seen
call
one.
them gay.
He's not saying that they don't, but most guys don't. Most straight guys don't dance.
No.
Much.
No, not really.
Is what he's saying. I guess.
10 years ago.
Brian, you're part of the problem.
Oh, God.
I'll be in the next one. Make sure y'all follow me on Instagram at Space City Pretty.
Make sure when you say that, you realize what you're posting before you tell everyone to jump on board.
Yes.
So then you don't have everybody coming down on you.
Yeah.
But what's your blanket statement?
My blanket statement is
It's what?
I don't trust anybody that acts like they're too good to grab the peanuts at Five Guys. I have
Oh, that's
friends
interesting.
when we go to Five Guys, they're like, ew, you eat those peanuts? You don't know where those have been. They're free. Eat the peanuts. It's a part of the experience. You're already
Eat
paying
the peanuts.
$30 for
Especially
a burger.
they're in a shell. If you're like, I like to take the nuts and never mind. I can't.
Better be careful, Kevin.
You like to take the peanut
Eric?
shells,
Yeah,
the
I just put
shells of the peanuts.
and suck on them.
Yes, the salt
Like
of the shell
like a
is something
baseball
you
game.
like to put in your
But
mouth.
that's very
And
unsanitary.
I can't do that
savor.
around Ryan because then he'll say I'm
Yeah,
gay.
no.
Yeah.
Oh my God, we stopped. It's very unsanitary. is what
Yeah,
I'm saying.
because
Oh,
those
that's
have
so
been in the
good.
dump truck.
Yeah.
Those have been all mixed
They
around in the
shoveled
dump
them off
truck.
the
like-
floor somewhere.
Yeah,
No,
with
they
with
don't.
Yes, they
straw
do.
loader.
Really? We
Yes,
need to-
they do.
We need to do an investigative reporting. Do peanut
I think
shells
they
get
wash
thrown
them.
on the floor in a warehouse and then get thrown into a dirty truck and then thrown to crates and then put in bags
they
and you're
wash them,
sucking
they
on?
power wash them, and then they put the salt on them.
There's got to be like an
That's the
unwrapped
same
about
thing
this.
why they say don't get lemon in your water at restaurants because they just let it roll around the floor. I've heard
That's
that before.
bull crap. I can tell you from being a restaurant. That's not our
You have
restaurant.
to wash the stuff.
What you got to wash me with? Nobody's rolling.
Because we're thinking of those
lemons around
restaurants
the
where people
floor.
throw peanuts on the floor back in the day. Now they don't do that. I don't think in restaurants anymore because people slip and get hurt and they get sued.
Okay, listen.
True.
Are peanut shells clean?
Here we
Are
go.
peanut shells
Here's an
clean?
article about a dump truck which
Yeah.
they're shipped in. They accidentally dumped them all across the
Well,
road.
that's an accident.
And then they came over and they picked them up with a front end loader, put them back in the truck,
But that's
and
not
then
like
sent them on down the
planters,
road. That's
know?
not planters. Well, how do you know where they went after that? They could have been easily planterized.
Then the salt would have filled up.
Planterized.
The
It
salt would have filled up the
says-
nuts.
Let's see. They do wash off the dirt.
Yeah. They don't just pick them from the field
straight
and
put
throw
it-
it into a bag.
there's an FDA regulation for that. You can't just take something off of a tree and not do something to it. This is Merca.
Yeah.
You got to put a pesticide or something on there.
Love today's topic.
Best leftover food.
I'd have to say, hands down, pasta, spaghetti tastes better the second day.
713-390-KRBE. We've got, let's just go straight to the phones. That's where you can call us and tell us what hill are you going to die on? What hill are you going to die on with your the favorite thing, hands down? Because one person said, there's no debate. Stop talking about it. It's pizza. That's not on the calls yet.
No.
Sasha's up first. Hi, Sasha.
Good morning.
Hello.
What's going on? What do you got? What
What's
food?
your
Let's
best
see.
leftover food in your
Gumbo
opinion?
has to be. You can eat gumbo literally 2-3 days, and it's
I applaud that one.
Bob loves that.
Sasha, I applaud that one, and you're like reading my mind because when we first started this, I was thinking, I think gumbo's good, but I don't know who's going to say that except me.
What else do
'Cause
you
I
put
was a
in your
restaurant
gumbo?
girl.
Sasha
Yeah, what's your
was gonna
favorite
say.
leftover gumbo? Is it seafood or is it
I
sausage?
do chicken, shrimp, sausage, and blue crabs.
Perfect. Oh, you got to bring that to Try Tuesday.
Classic.
Okay, so here's the weird thing about me, Sasha. I like my gumbo. I know it's good with seafood, but I like gumbo without the seafood because I'm so obsessed with like the gumbo stew part of it, like the okra and all that. Just yesterday, I ordered gumbo and I said no seafood, and my sister goes, "Why don't you want seafood in it?"
Yeah.
I go, "Well,
Seafood is great.
It is great. It is great. But I was already
That's not
that was my
gumbo.
appetizer, my cup of gumbo, and I was going to get shrimp as my main. So I was like, I'm going to have shrimp on the main. I'm just going to go.
I say get rid of the
good
okra.
Gumbo. Oh my god, I love
I
the
like
okra.
agree, Eric.
okra.
I'm not
Slimy.
the biggest okra guy.
I love
no.
the okra. But yes, the gumbo just gets like thicker, I feel like.
Yes.
Like the next day and the next day. It's like a
I think
stew.
it's the best on day 3.
Oh, so good.
so
Sasha,
good.
yes,
Day
hands
3 is the
down.
best.
Day 3.
Yes. Look, we got a bunch of
She knows.
team day 3 over here.
I will try that.
Thanks, Sasha. Have a great day.
Yeah, have a great one. Bye-bye.
Take care.
Come on,
Bye.
have you ever cooked it and just said, I'm not going to eat it. I'm going to let it sit in the fridge for 3 days.
Yeah,
it
I
thicker?
definitely am like cooking it and like sipping on something, and I'm like, I'll just wait till the next day to eat it. Yeah,
Oh,
definitely.
That's cool.
We're doing Food Wars, best leftover food. What do you think is number 1 on your list? Chantel is up next. Hi, Chantel. Good morning.
Good morning, Rula.
Hello. Thanks for calling the show. Tell us what's on your list of the best, hands down, leftover food.
Me personally, I love spaghetti as leftovers because
Yeah.
like Ryan was saying, the flavors actually get marinated in there after a day or two, so it's really good.
You're a wise woman.
Now, is it meatballs or meat sauce? What do you think is better?
Meat
Like the
sauce.
ground up meat sauce
You can
or
have
the actual
both.
meatballs?
Ooh.
Because the meat sauce makes it even better, I feel like. When it's a sauce,
Exactly, I do too.
because it's all like
Yeah.
ground up
For
over
sure.
the pasta
meatballs-
and blended into
Well, why
the
can't
pasta
you have
with the
both?
sauce.
You can have meat ground up in your sauce and have meatballs.
I'm
That's a
saying
lot
some
of-
people just do
that's an
meatballs. It's a lot of
overload
cooking.
almost.
That's too much
A lot of
meat.
cooking, and especially in this kind of life, if you have kids and you're trying to figure out what the heck is for dinner, now it's like so easy to grab and go those meatballs from the freezer section. You can just air fry them and throw them in some sauce and put them on top. If you don't have time to do the whole bit, you know. But I like meat sauce.
Right.
Meat sauce.
It's hard to mess up spaghetti.
I found the Impossible meatballs in HEB, and they are bomb. I like them better than real meatballs.
Does it hurt your stomach?
I mean, none of it hurt my stomach in the first place, but I'm
They're
just
really
not
good for you, right?
No, they're not.
eating a lot of pork and beef. They say you shouldn't be doing that, right, Ryan? Lots of pork and beef.
Well, I'm just saying, look at the calories and the fat and the sugar content in those things. Those Impossible, they're actually unhealthier than the
The
meat.
good thing about meatballs left over, though, you can make a sub.
Oh,
At
yes.
home. You get like a French
I've
roll
never
or
had that
whatever.
in my life.
My
You get that little
favorite
toaster
thing.
oven and put it in
Yeah.
there, put some mozzarella on it.
And that's what I do with the Impossible meatballs. And I use pretzel buns. Yeah, because
Pretzel
HEB's got
buns
those
are the
pretzel
bomb.
buns.
Those things are
Good
so good.
Lord.
A flood of texts came in with Chinese food. Just any Chinese food is better than
Does it have to be in that
next day.
carton like you see in the movie?
Always in a sitcom, they're eating out of the box.
Yeah.
They
Yet
don't
I've
do that
never
anymore.
ordered it where it's in the box. It's always in the plastic round.
You don't
or
get the
square.
carton?
Usually now it comes in like a little plastic Tupperware type thing.
Yeah, the carton only has the white rice
The fried rice.
or the fried rice.
Or the fried.
But
They
the
put the rice
actual
in
dish
there.
You don't get the noodle-
is
yeah, the
not
peppers
in
and
that
all that.
carton.
Yeah, it comes separate.
That's always on the.
They probably show that it doesn't.
I mean, they
heat.
deconstruct it because if you mixed it all together, it's just going to be mush.
Well, I guess if in sitcoms they were all eating just out of the plastic
You wouldn't know
containers,
what it
you don't know
is.
what they're eating.
That's true.
But you know they're eating Chinese food when it's in that
They
box.
never eat a fortune cookie either. in the movies. Like, come on.
They don't?
You got to end it with the fortune cookie after you eat that.
I don't know. Do you think that the fortune doesn't count if you don't eat the cookie?
Fortune cookies have been lame the last 10
Yeah.
years.
Yeah, they
Isn't there
used
a
to
story
be.
that
They need
AI is taking that over
AI
now?
needs to take it over.
Yeah.
Well, they used to be quite like you'd have a polarized thing like, don't go out today. You could be trouble. Now it's just like, you're a winner.
But that doesn't even make
Yeah,
sense, though.
literally.
It's just like,
That
it's.
would make sense, Ryan, if they did that. They say some weird. They put.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cryptic message.
Yeah, it's like, what the hell's this?
Because people are superstitious as hell. I mean, I think it'd be a great selling point.
What is the best leftover food, in your opinion, for Food Wars? Hi, welcome to the Rule and Ryan Show. Is this Alex?
Yes, this is
Hello.
Alex.
Hey, Alex.
What's on your list for best leftover food, Alex?
Well, if you're Hispanic, it's either menudo, pozole, or birria.
Oh, pozole, I bet is really good.
What's the last one you
days
said?
later. Yeah, what was the last one?
Birria, like when they make the birria tacos, the
yeah.
the consomme with the little you dip them in there.
Oh,
So
yeah.
that's based out of a soup, and then so menudo is also. I think you guys don't know what menudo is, right?
Yeah.
It's the tripe soup.
That's
So,
like the tripe, the stomach lining?
Yes.
With other stuff?
yeah.
Yeah, not a fan of that
I
one.
mean, there's
good.
actually a word for it. We call it recalentado, which means that you warm it up the next few days. I mean, people actually get together after a party and do the recalentado. So, yeah.
Do you shame people if you go to a party and they have store-bought tortillas?
Oh, that makes me mad.
Oh, no.
You get mad?
You can't. You can't.
You're
do
like, what are
that.
you doing, people?
Are you,
gotta-
saying,
gotta-
oh no to the store bought, or oh no, you don't shame them?
No store-bought.
No store-bought.
Exactly.
But hey, I
If you
bought
get-
them at HEB and they're amazing.
Okay, it's different when you get them from the bakery where they just make them right
Yeah,
there.
how about that? Is that okay?
That's different.
when they make those?
I am fortunate to have a wife that makes them handmade, both corn
Amazing.
and flour.
Oh,
Amazing.
Nice.
Yeah,
Amazing.
but you have to have the lard up in there. You got to.
Where's that audio, Kev? We have White People Taco Night. It's on TikTok all the time. It shows white people because we just have
Because they're
those.
making the crunchy tacos.
Yeah, the crunchy
and stuff.
tacos
Listen,
with all the stuff you buy.
With their
Ortega.
old El Paso. Ortega.
What's wrong
White
with
People
that?
Taco Night. Talk about here.
Do you have a back burner relationship? Maybe you have one and you don't know that's what you should be calling it. A back burner relationship, as defined by researchers, is a person who you are not presently committed to, but y'all keep in touch in order to keep open the possibility of romance and in sexy time
I
involvement.
don't think that's healthy.
Someone
I really don't.
on your bench, kind of. Like they're not the main player on the court. They're on the bench.
But some people can love more than one person at a time,
Oh,
right?
absolutely. I know you can love more than one person.
I can't. I'm like a one person focus. Like I can't imagine dating 3 people at one time.
No, I wouldn't want to do that either.
Like,
Because
first of all, how
then it's
do you
kinda
afford
weird.
that? How do you remember their names? How do you remember the stories?
And
What
are you
happened?
supposed to tell, like, what's the etiquette in telling somebody when you're first dating? If you've gone on a couple dates with
There you go, right there.
dude person A, and then you met dude B somewhere, and you're not exclusive with dude A, but B's like, oh, let's go to dinner. I'll go to dinner with dude B, but am I supposed to tell person A?
All right, we'll do anybody listening right now. Anybody listening to the Rule and Ryan show, are you dating more than 3 people right now?
More than 3.
Yeah, or at least 3,
713-390 KRBE. There's 3 people minimum that you're going on dates with.
When
I'm not
you
saying-
feel bad, though, let me
Someone I
ask
know
you.
give out the number. That way they can.
All right, 713-390-KRBE.
We'll keep talking about other things, but if
Are
somebody
you
does
dating
know-
more than
Right.
3 people
I'd
right
like
now?
to know. That really makes a good point.
Yeah.
Do they know? Do the other ones know? That
Right. Like,
they're-
am I supposed to tell the guy that I've been on 4 dates with that I met somebody at my
You're
friend's
probably not
office?
going to divulge that information.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, what are the etiquette lines? If I came to my friend's office and I met a guy there and he tells my friend, "Hey, I really like your friend," and she says he wants to go out with you, I'm like, okay, I'll go on a date with him. I'm not committed to anyone, but I have been on 4 dates with this guy.
Or if
and
you let
then-
them know, I think that's good. If you let them know, it makes them. They're going to up their game, especially guys. They like the hunt. You know, they want to really compete.
But I would feel really terrible if I went out on a date and I felt the chemistry and the sparks, and we went on another date, and you can really feel the romance in the air, and then to know that the very next night they went out with somebody else, that would be kind of crushing. Like I don't,
Why? I mean, if
I
they're
don't like,
dating-
I don't like that though. Like that is not the kind of.
She's mine now. No,
No,
one can-
I'm not trying to be possessive, but I mean, I don't think it's not for me. Like in other words, I would want monogamy.
But what if she didn't tell you? You just never knew.
Well, that would hurt.
Lying by omission.
That would hurt. Don't
what that is?
Wouldn't you feel hurt?
Well, yeah, but then comes the question of, well, what am I owed? If we are not exclusive, what am I owed? If you're not being physical, are you owed the information?
Let's find out how it works, Michelle.
Hi, Michelle. Welcome to the Rule and Ryan Show.
Hi, you'll have to excuse me. I'm in the Chick-fil-A line, so
Nice.
just excuse me right now.
Yeah, that's
If you can give me
okay.
something,
Biscuits.
I'd really appreciate
Bring a
it.
biscuit over. Okay, so we asked
You
the
got
question.
it. Anything you would.
Yay. 3 people or more. Are you currently casually dating 3 people or more?
Yes, I am. I met somebody like at a party, and I'm on Bumble, and I'm kind of dating a couple people, got on some dates, and it's really kind of hard. It's like a job in itself.
Is anybody in the lead? Like, is there one that you like more than the others?
Yes, yeah, I do. It's like I like this person better in some ways, and then I like this other guy in another way. It's like I wish I could put them two together.
That's what I was wondering if you could put them together
Make
and make
the ultimate
perfect
guy.
man.
Can I ask how old you are?
I am 50.
Okay.
Okay.
Now,
And
do you-
I was married for 20 years and divorced last year, and just kind of, it sucks dating in your 50s, I'll tell you that.
do you feel like you owe any of these guys the information to tell them about the other guys?
You know, I was just thinking about that. When I heard you on the radio, I was thinking, God, do I? I mean, are they telling me that they're dating other people? I don't know. You know?
So you haven't told them. They don't know that you're with other dudes.
No, sir.
How many
No,
dates
sir,
have you
they
been
don't.
with? Like, how many dates do you think you've been with each of them?
Probably like 2 apiece,
Yeah.
maybe, and then
Yeah.
one I'm kind of seeing, casually.
So
like
you're
a
not
lot
you're
more
not
than the
too
other one.
deep into it.
It's like the
then with any of
Bachelorette
them.
over here you got going on.
Yeah, it's cool.
Why not?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
let us know what happens there, Michelle, with what you decide to
Do
do.
you have like a rule, like if you get intimate with one, then you probably get rid of the others, or you don't care? You just try.
Yeah, I'm just kind of like testing. I mean, I'm just kind of seeing what's out there, what happens, and what folds. And
Have you been
You know,
intimate with
sure.
any of them yet?
yes, I have.
More than one?
Yes.
Okay, so that does not give them the lead, though, in your eyes.
But that makes you compare them, I bet. Like,
For sure.
this guy,
yeah.
that guy.
Which one you vibe
Oh,
with
yeah.
more, chemistry-wise?
She
Okay.
She goes, oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. One other question, Michelle, before we let you go, because you said it yourself in the course of you telling us how you were listening to us, and that's why you called in. Are those guys then dating other people that you don't know about? Have you ever asked them, or did you not think about it until you just heard us saying it?
I just kind of thought about it after I heard y'all say it, talking about it, actually.
Yeah, because here's
You
the
know,
thing: if you are doing it, it doesn't mean they're not doing it. But for some reason, in our minds,
That's a
we
good
kind
point,
of think
Rolla.
they aren't doing
Michelle,
it.
how would you feel, if you had just had a wonderful, beautiful night, you were intimate, and to find out that the very next night he went out and slept with somebody else? Would that bother you?
No, because I don't want to be a hypocrite, and that wouldn't be right. You
Okay.
know. So
Okay.
I couldn't get upset as them for something that I'm doing. It would be like.
Okay.
All right, well, go
Fair
get your
enough.
chicken biscuits,
And,
girl. Get your Chick-fil-A on.
I would be upset at first, but then I would be like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? I can't say that I'm.
Hey, look, we appreciate your honesty.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
appreciate
yeah.
your honesty.
It's
Really do.
tough.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
date
really
guys that have the
tough,
same
but-
name.
And for
Easier.
those that just tuned into Michelle, she said it's like a job. Dating 3 other people casually is like a job.
Then maybe just focus on one.
So thanks a lot for calling, Michelle. She's not sure which one
There's
she
a girl
likes
named
yet.
Nicole, but she called, but she had just hung up a little. Like,
What was her
26
call
of-
about?
She's dating like 3 or 4 guys.
I'm watching for.
Do they know each other? Did you ask her off
I didn't
air?
have enough time. I had enough time to say,
Yeah.
okay, hold on. and
Okay,
then-
I think it's
let me
everybody.
read these
If
texts real
everybody's
quick.
on the same page and everybody knows, but if you're misleading, I think that's obviously wrong.
But
This,
why- I mean,
this
it's your
texter
life.
says he went on a date with a girl a few times. She told me she was dating multiple people to try and find the right person. It was a turnoff. I didn't want to feel. Where this? I didn't want to waste my time and effort. He says.
Yeah, and
So-
he's entitled to that.
But he is entitled to that. But here's the other weird thing, because I would feel kind of like fooled if the person I was going on dates with did not tell me that he had 3 or 4 other people he was rotating, but I did not specifically ask him.
You think age mattered? Like, if she's 50, I mean,
Keep her
She
options
was-
open.
she was-
you might keep your options open. If you just date one at a time, that
Yeah.
might take a while. When you're
Well,
20, you're like,
she was also in a very long-term marriage and
like,
just got out of it.
So how about this? Let me ask you this question for fairness, if it's fair. If I meet you on an app and we go on a date, or on the first date, if I straight up ask you, is there anybody else you gone on dates with from the app? Like right now, are you dating anybody else from the apps? And you say no, and then I also say no. Does that then somehow clamp us to, well, now we can't see anybody because we had this conversation?
Oh.
You know, it would be weird, right?
I mean, you can always see until you're exclusive. You can always date more.
Yeah, and you can
people.
also
There's no
even
rule.
Yeah, but
like
would
if
you
you're
feel weird
using
about it?
if you're using one of these apps, you
would,
can
but-
actually put that on your profile. Really, only interested in dating one person at a time.
exclusive. But then that makes people like, oh wait,
You're worried that you're going
This
to have
person wanna get married or
insta
something?
relationship. Yeah.
There was a lady that I met one time in the waiting room of the doctor's office. And then who has those conversations? Of course, me. And in the waiting room of the doctor's office, I don't remember how we got on the conversation. Maybe there was like a talk show on. It was like couples dating or something. And I was married in 2009. We didn't have dating apps like that. Like, it's so prominent now to be on Bumble or OkCupid or all that. And she flat out says, just conversation in the doctor's lobby. You know, I don't even waste my time. On my profile, I put exactly what I want. And if that guy doesn't pack, then I don't want him.